How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video, and cheers, by the way. I appreciate you all for tuning in, and if I sound a bit sniffly, if I sound a little bit sick, I promise I'm not sick. It's these freaking allergies. Guys, these allergies are kicking my butt today, but we have to break down Palantir either way, as earnings are tomorrow, so we have to go over the charts, earnings estimates, everything that you need to know. But first, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and of course, take a sip of your coffee. Again, cheers, guys, and let's dive into it. So, Palantir stock at this point, you all know, has been on a rampage. Every single day, it seems like this stock is breaking out of resistance points and filling gaps to the upside. Every day, it seems like it's doing that. On Friday, we had a 7% green day heading into earnings. On Monday, which is tomorrow, we went up $100. That'd be nuts. We went up to $124 a share, up over $8 per share on Friday. So what a day! And again, what a last couple of weeks, man. The last couple of weeks for this stock have been insane. And if I pull up this 30-minute chart, you guys can see we broke out of $98 about a week and a half ago. Literally, it wasn't too long ago. We went from $98. We filled the gap to 105, 106. We then broke out of that. It took a couple of days to fill the gap to 117, 118. And, well, it took about a day, Friday, right, to fill the gap from 118, 117, 118 up to about like what, 124, 125. So we are just defying the laws of gravity on this stock. Again, we just keep on going up, right? And we have on this 20-day chart, you guys can see it even better. Again, these freaking allergies. What's going on, man? I love the spring. I love getting into these warm months, but I freaking hate these allergies. They're killing me. But yeah, on this hourly chart, you guys can see it even better. And on the 4-hour chart, you can see it even better. What a rampage. I keep saying rampage. What a run this stock has been on. And by the way, earnings, if you're curious, they're after the bell tomorrow. Not in the morning, they're after the bell. And look at this. This goes to show how much the stock is up heading into earnings. We're up now 92%, pretty much, from around $65 a share to where we are now, about $124 a share. It's unbelievable. And this is why, I've said this before a lot, but I'll say it again. This is why you don't panic sell with stocks, with companies that you believe in long term, especially with individual stocks you love for the long term, and ETFs, right? S&P 500, all those kinds of ETFs. Don't panic sell because you can miss a ridiculous rebound like this. Could you imagine if you panic sold in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s? Man, you would be kicking yourself right now because just look at how much we're up. 7% Friday alone and 92% off the lows. Insane. So let me show you now what to expect earnings-wise, what the analysts are saying, the price targets on Wall Street. And while I pull this up, I'm going to get a sip of my coffee, guys. And by the way, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Follow along for more content. I appreciate you guys. Oh, there we go. That's a nice little sip of coffee there. So based on a bunch of analysts here, it looks like 25 analysts. Let me zoom in a little bit. A lot of them have Palantir as a hold right now, which I agree with. I think it's not, I don't think necessarily it's a buy here or a sell. I think it's a hold. So based on 25 analysts here on Yahoo Finance, 15 have it as a buy. We have 4 underperform ratings, like 2 or 3 buy ratings. It looks like a sell or 2 rating, about 1 strong buy rating. So we're obviously seeing a majority of the analysts as putting this stock as a hold. Makes sense. And in terms of price targets, we can see we're more towards the upper end of the range, right? We can see the average price target on Wall Street is $87 a share right now heading into earnings. The low is $18, which is wildly low. That's under my average cost. My average cost is $21 a share. If it got down to $18, that'd be a collapse. That would not be good at all. There would have to be something bad going on under the hood at Palantir, right? For it to go back to $18. But hey, you never know. The low target is $18. Again, the average is $87, and the high is $125. Pretty much right where we're at right now. Insane. And looking at these estimates, let me actually zoom out a little bit if it wants to let me. Come on, there we go. So earnings estimates, we can see the average EPS estimate for Palantir for this quarter based on 17 analysts is 13 cents. The low estimate is 12 cents. The high is 14 cents. And a year ago, they did 8 cents of earnings per share. And that has them doing, or they have them doing for the current year, 2025, 55 cents on average earnings per share, with a year ago them doing 41 cents in 2024. So not bad. Not bad at all there. And for revenue, which is what we want to pay attention to, obviously we pay attention to EPS as well, but Palantir is a growth company at the end of the day. How are they growing? Well, average revenue, estimate based on 17 analysts is $862 million versus, $634.3 million last year. Their sales growth is expected to grow 36% year over year. Not bad. Pretty good sales growth there. The high estimate's $877 million. The low's $853. So 36% revenue growth, guys. Pretty good if you ask me. And for the current quarter, Yahoo Finance, based on 23 analysts, or for the current year rather, Yahoo Finance analysts have them doing on average $3.75 billion of revenue versus last year $2.87 billion. So 31% revenue growth projected year over year for Palantir for the current year 2025. Not too shabby, not too bad if you ask me. So yeah, 36% for the current quarter is what they're expecting revenue growth-wise. So if it comes in anywhere higher than that, 36% plus. If it's anywhere 40% plus revenue growth, that would be a very positive beat there, and that could send the stock higher. But that's kind of what we're seeing right now, guys. And I don't know. I don't know about, the stock price here. I don't think it's I don't necessarily think it's a buy right here, so I don't know if I would buy it here. Personally, probably not, because I'm already in at $21 a share, so I'm not buying it at $120 pretty much. But the main risk here is, I get this question all the time: Stas, are you buying Palantir right now? What are your thoughts? I'm not buying it, well, first of all, because I'm in at such an average or low average cost. But another reason is it's up so much heading into earnings. That's the big risk. It's pricing in pretty much perfection. The stock's up 92% off the lows less than a month ago. Think about that. So we're pricing in perfection, essentially. So earnings have to be very good, and guidance has to be very good to send the stock even higher. And I don't know, are you making that bet? In the short term, I guess I'm not making a bet because I'm not buying calls or buying a bunch of short-term shares. But if you're making that bet that we're going to go higher, it's risky, man. It could definitely happen on good guidance, but the fact that it's up 92% off the lows, you got to be careful. That's just my opinion. And I'm long Palantir. I'm not saying this as somebody that's a bear or anything like that. But yeah, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Man, These allergies are screwing me up today. So we're going to wrap it up. Hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe. Join the free email stock newsletter. That is linked down below. Check out the Patreon as well if you want to see what I'm doing in my portfolio. Also linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.